Get your brand connected to 35 million readers in India and 2 million in the USA. Global Eye Magazine, the fastest growing Indo-US weekly. Our magazine dives deep into exclusive stories, face-to-face interviews, and key happenings across the USA and India, delivering content you won't find anywhere else. Advertise with Global Eye Magazine and reach highly targeted and influential audience. Contact us to book your ad space.
Hello and welcome to Dr. VGP Talk Show.
I welcome you to Dr. VGP's podcast. And this month, we are celebrating Women's Heritage Month. And we recently celebrated International Women's Day. And among with me, we have 4 powerful leaders. And today we are going to discuss women empowerment and gender parity. So women empowerment and gender parity is many things to many different people because they see these things in their own perspective. For me, I will start with me, women empowerment means we need to enable a girl child with all the tools which are in our disposal. For example, educating her, empowering her economically, educating her politically, and making her ready socially, social and cultural changes. When we empower the girl child, she will become an empowered woman. And the second topic is the gender parity. We are living in age of artificial living, in artificial intelligence. And I'm kind of sad we are talking about gender equality in age of artificial intelligence. But this is a very crucial topic we all need to talk and address. So I would ask each one of you 2 things. One, what is women empowerment to you, and how you are going to take a challenge of gender parity. And give me some examples of who empowered you to be a powerful woman sitting here and guiding other women to follow. And I would start with Josna Tirunagari, and please share your experiences.
Thank you so much, Dr. Vasavi Garu, because being here is something very, very, I don't know, I would call it an honor to be here because, yes, it's the Women History Month and we are celebrating International Women's Day. But a lot of things need to be addressed still because I know we have specialists from different fields here along with me in the panel, one of the most powerful women here along with me. I would probably stick to my field, that's politics, because I'm a politician and I see women empowerment has to happen in politics. I'll tell you why. Because I believe policy decisions that are taken, women should be in the decision-making stage rather than in the implementation stage. What happens is now across the countries, not only India, country that I represent, or let's assume America or any other country that we take, we do not have much women or many women in the policy decision making stage. We don't find them there. We don't find them at that stage. Or what all women are being seen as is vote bank politics. We call it. That has to change. That's my very strong belief system. And the other question that you have asked me, who inspired me? I would say myself. I'll tell you why. Because yes, we have many role models. We have many people who stand by us, who have, support us and everything. But I believe if we don't have it in us, and if we don't believe in ourselves, and if we don't have the confidence in ourselves that we can do it, and I need to do it. Not only can, but need. I can do it, and also I need to do it, because once we do it, we pave the way for the next generation to walk in our path. That's what I believe in. And gender parity, yes. Especially in politics, I think we are very, very, very lagging on that front. And India recently has come up with, our country has come up with one of the beautiful concepts is women reservation in the houses, both the houses and all the assemblies. So I think we are in there. We are getting in there. I believe politics is one of those fields where you need to have more women come in. And I would take anywhere I go, I take that platform and request more women to be there. And even this platform, I would use again, saying that we need more women in politics. We need more women to be the decision makers rather than the just implementers. And also, we can do it. Women should believe we can give birth. We are the only ones who are strong, both mentally and physically, when compared to the other gender. So definitely we are there, and we can do it, and we need to do it. If the world has to become a more better place to live in, we need to have more women in the most influential positions.
Yes. Thank you, Josna Garu. Very well said. And I couldn't agree with you more. I come from a most empowering women. I have mentors, my great-grandmother, my grandmother, my mom, my aunts, and especially my father. I mean, they were all empowered me to recognize my own voice. So that's why I'm here today. Sit confidently and can discuss these things with the other confident women. Thank you very much for sharing your inputs. And now, Neelima Bandaru, please share your insights.
Thank you so much for introducing me, and I'm so very happy to be sharing the stage with such a wonderful woman. I totally agree with what Mrs. Josna Tirunagari said. In addition to that, what I strongly believe is women empowerment is all about having a right balance. It's like, you've been listening to the Shiva and Shakti. The universe has this energies in such a way. It's important to have a feminine energy and besides masculine energy. Coming to the role model, I don't have any such particular role model, but I'm always open to take examples from every woman possible, like say in neighborhood or in families, or anybody who is like taking a wise decisions and brought up their family alone without support and all. I strongly take examples from them. And one thing I would like to add is, in fact, it is actually very beneficial to mentor, because in these days I've seen so many families where the husband is the only breadwinner and he gets to take all the stress, and all of a sudden, unfortunately, something trickles down and he's losing his life. And at that time, the family is going into a deep, bad state where they need help from all the community people, whoever possible, to uplift them. So if the woman is capable and she is able to make the decisions and be equally, give equal share in the family, the husband will have enough, enough confidence, and he might be taking off a little bit of stress from him, that in a way gives a right balance and happiness in the house. The kids are very happy in that way. So I am actually, I have to say, I'm very blessed to have a husband like that. He totally supports me. I hope every other man there will do the same. And I really thank you so much for giving me this opportunity again.
Of course. And I do believe in traditional values and strong family backgrounds because that is very, very important for the family to be happy and peaceful. And I think when we come from a different land and adapt this foreign land as our mother country, and then we are adapting to their culture and way of life, and it's a lot of stress. But women is the one who balances all that because she's the soft power behind the uh, hard power of the men. So, as you said, correctly said, Shakti and Shiva, it's a yin and yang, right? That's what balances the life. So, very well said. Thank you so much. And now we have a remarkable person here, Dr. Vidya Shivangi, and she had done remarkable work empowering women across the US and across globe actually. And even though she's a specialist in sleep medicine, she has empowered women in US and India in other areas with her hard work, economically empowering them, educational wise empowering them, socially and culturally empowering them. And mm, Udayaji, you have really used all the tools in the toolkit to share your wisdom and education and experience to pave a path to other women in the country and the continent. So please share your valuable insights with us.
First of all, I want to thank you inviting me. I'm very honored to be in this show, VGP podcast, and also sharing this platform with the beautiful and talented women over here. I would say, I know I've been chairing this women empowerment platform last 10 years, actually. India, like you said, globally. But I would like to share my personal experience. For example, when I was in a medical school, we about 150 students, and we were only 20 girls, and the rest of them boys. Okay, I have to work really hard to make my name, and whatever I do, they say the men gets more awards or recognition and not the women. So I felt very bad about that. And also recently, my husband, Dr. Sampath Shivangi, and I went to India. We opened a 300-bed cancer hospital in Belgaum. And so what I told my husband, my wish is to hire equal men and women in the hospital to do the service. That is one of my requisites because gender equality I fight for, not just the man. We want the ladies also equally hired in the hospital. So I really told that. So my husband said, yes, that will be written in the board, so they will implement that. So that was really good. But again, you talked about AI, that is artificial intelligence. We say women in STEM. It is like STEM means science, technology, engineering, and math. But what we need to do is, right now, we are all here sharing this stage, but if you want to really empower the women, we need to start on the younger women, okay? And we need to, like you said, we have to coach them, educate them, how to become a leader. When I look at Amazon company, when I do some research, they always hire more men, not the women. I'm very upset with that. And then secondly, the AI, if you look at the data, it's all about men. And all the data, if they diagnosed any disease, like they wanted to AI in healthcare. But, if the men are doing more work, and I don't know how they will be able to diagnose the women diseases. And we don't want to get stuck in that. So they need to hire more women in the data setting. That way, it'll be balanced. So these are the things I feel personally experienced, how you bring your equality and close the pay gap and gender equality. And that's how I want to empower, and women and men are equal. I hope one day I can do it. And education, I think we are 50% now compared to before, but the rest of the field we should take up. Thank you.
Dr. Udaya, very well said. And pay equality and when it comes to promotions and everything, gender parity is still a big challenge for the industries, and culturally also, worldwide, it is the challenge. But I think the empowered women like you can bring that into the right light and also show the path and also introduce the skill set for the women who are passionate about growing in their field and achieving some heights. And, people say, like, oh, you have to break the glass ceiling. For me, there is no glass ceiling. You just strengthen your wings and then fly, you know, past the glass ceiling. You don't have to break anything. You just have to break your fear. And, when we empower the women like that, especially the girl child, and we can pass that gender parity. It's not that easy as said, but they are people who can help doing those things, and such as Rekha here. She is not only a life coach, but she's a product manager, and also she is a singer, and she is multifaceted, talented person. So, Rekha, in your own words, just talk about gender parity and women empowerment. And as a life coach, what are the challenges you see, and especially which addresses empowerment and filling the gap of gender parity?
Thank you so much, Dr. Vasavi, and excellent panel. So many great points have already been made. Let me add some more color to it. Women empowerment, right? I'll say two words: take charge. The power is in your hand. In my story, my grand uncle, Dr. V.K.R.V. Rao, Padma Vibhushan Dr. V.K.R.V. Rao, he showed my mother the path. He helped her to get college education, and my mother valued that a lot. She made a life for her through that education. And education brings awareness, gives you wings, right? So, education, becoming aware is very important. Information is power, right? So, that is the first step. Second, the life partner that you choose, right? What kind of a person are you involved with? Because that person's influence on you matters. They can make or break you, right? So be aware of who you are choosing as your life partner. Third, how are we raising our children? If you have a girl and a boy in the house, what are the messages that you are knowingly or unknowingly sending to your children? Are you expecting your girl to take care of the dishes, but the boy should continue with his homework? To me, right there, without saying anything, you're sending out messages of power or lack of power, right? In my household, I'm very proud to share my son, who's 27 years old. There was no bias, and I told him, beta, learning to cook, taking care of the house, doing your chores, these are life skills. There is nothing gender about it, right? So I'm very proud to say that he does everything on his own, and there is nothing like this task is for a woman and that task is for a man. So it's inherent in the way we are raising our family. And I'll come back to what I said about taking charge. Your parents, your spouse, your children, they have an influence on you. But the person who has to step up is you. One thing that my mother helped me understand is the power of speaking up. We as women, we need to communicate what we want. Nobody will read our mind. Don't expect somebody to come and rescue you. You rescue yourself. You be your hero, your shiro. Speak up and say, I want to join that college. I didn't never got to finish my graduation. Speak up and say, I am not being treated well in my company. I need to be treated in a better way. I think my salary needs to be revisited. Speak up, ask for it. And then your natural creative resourcefulness within you will step in. We speak of AI. Let's go back to the God given innate strength that we all are born with as women. Don't underestimate it. No AI can compete with the God given wisdom. Leverage that, stand tall, and take charge and speak up. That's my message.
Thank you so much, Rekha. It's very enforcing and empowering. And Josna, you said you are your own motivation. You had that fire within you, and you are very fortunate to come to become a voice of a party which revolutionized Indian politics. And I'm very proud of you be on this panel and coming from Bharat and spreading that message. Women should be the decision makers, not just the implementers. And they take an action and they just make sure that action is performed well. And Rekha, you also mentioned about all this, like, take charge and go. And Neelima, you talked about women's soft power, and that is so important. You cannot lose your authentic nature as a woman, because women is depicted as the very delicate and beautiful and um, very resilient and all that. That is all true, but these are the strengths behind her beauty and the softness. So you brought that up, and we cannot lose our identity because we haven't made to corporate CEO or some other president. We all are made for different destinations. So, Udiyaji, your life has been such a fascinating story, if I may say, and I really appreciate you being here. I hope you won't mind sharing this fact about you here. The resilience. When I see you, I see the resilience, that strength. Like you can be very strong and face any challenge like a banyan tree. At the same time, you can bend like a bamboo when you need to. So I know we lost Dr. Sampath Shivangi recently, but you are here to give courage to hundreds of women. Life goes on. We need to cherish the person who paved the path for your empowerment or your companionship. And you want to take that legacy forward. And you not losing your identity, you are doing that. I'm so proud. And by sharing this thought, which is unifying the strength of women, and I want to ask you, and what are the 3 things you would like to do to address the gender parity?
Yeah, it deeply saddens me that this disparity is even there. It makes me wonder, why did it even happen in the first place? Well, so I'm a very big fan of Indira Nui. Through her work, I have learned the importance of being competent, consistent, and I think first of all, it starts with good work. Let's produce good work. Our work should speak. When you do good work, somebody has to really try hard to pull you down, right? So let's bring competency in whatever we do. Secondly, exude confidence. Trust yourself. Know that you are worth it. How many women are out there who are secretly thinking that they are not worth it, that they are less than? No, exude confidence. When you walk into the room, own the room. When you are making a point, own it. Know what you are saying and then own it. So, when you exude confidence, when you trust yourself, the universe will show a way. It will take a lot of energy for the other person to pull you down. We are called Shakti for a reason. Our ancestors gave the word Shakti to us. That is strength. So, when you are competent in what you do, when you exude confidence, and then when you see injustice, when you see that the scale is tilting, then address it. Don't let it go unaddressed. Today, there are HR teams who are there to help you, who are there to listen to you. And I have the faith in I'm an optimist, and I believe that the world wants to help you. Go with that optimism. Let's not bring pessimism into the picture. Go with the optimism that people are there to help you. Nobody is your enemy. If you remove the fear, you take the right steps, people are there to help you. If you see disparity, speak up, address it, and again, information is power. If you know that something is going on which is not right, research on what is going on, what are your rights, bring in the right allies who will fight for you, do the work. Without doing the work, let us not expect everything to be handed down to us, right? So once we do the work, once we get the right data, the right information, the right allies, I am sure we can address any issue. Thank you.
I would say biologically, and if you look at the research, women are much more intelligent compared to men. And that doesn't mean that I want to put the male gender down. And we are multitasking, you know, we can do anything. So, having that in our mind, we can educate the younger generation, working hard, and keep the equality. I think we can make it. We have done it with education. Before, girls never used to go to school, only the boys need to go to school, right? But now we have an equal education. So the next step is sitting in the table as a CEO equal to men. That's the next thing. I don't want to be sitting in the corner. I want to sit along with the men as a CEO. That's what we need to work on. So those are my advice to the younger people.
Well, I feel a woman who adjusts other women's crown is actually a real woman. So, as a woman, we need to support each other too, and we also need to educate our kids. Like I keep saying to my sons, who are just 8 and 11 years old, I keep telling them, you have to respect your uh, classmates or girls. You cannot take anything for granted. I mean, the kids around, they play around, they take videos and all. You are not supposed to take any girl's video without her permission. I try to inculcate them. And they also see examples from my husband, how he respects, how he values. I'm pretty sure we can set ourselves as an example to the younger generation. And also, I seriously feel it's really important for us to figure out if any woman is in need, and help each other and grow all of us together.
I think all points well said. And as usual, I'm a little bit politician that blood stays in. So I'll say grab your chair. They told a little bit nicely, softly, sensitively. I would say grab your chair. I'll tell you why. Because if we have to achieve the gender parity, if we have to see that we are at the same level, and if we see that we are at par with the other gender, the only thing we can do is sometimes you have to make it happen. Only you can make it happen. Only you can make it happen. I'll tell you, I'll give you a very small example. When I came into politics, I come from a very, very modest background. I come from a middle class family, a non-political family. And when I came into politics, people said, politics is not your cup of tea. I said, boss, tea is tea, cup is cup. If it's in your hand, it's your cup of tea. If it's in my hand, it's my cup of tea. The only thing is, it has to be, you have to have it in your hand. And when I had my cup of tea, that's politics, I had my family support me because I stood for myself there. When you stand for yourself there and when you grab that chair for you, people stand by you. If you don't do that, they don't stand by you. So today, when I have my husband, my kids, my entire family, my extended family support me, they see that Jyotsna can do it. So you have to give them the confidence. If you don't give them the confidence, I don't think they'll come out and do that. They won't go overboard and say that, come on, you do it, you do it. I don't want anybody pushing, because I believe, as well said by Neelima Garu and Rekha Garu, very well said, that we are Shakti. Shakti is power. So power lies within us. So when you have that power, you have to exhibit that power. Once you exhibit that power, on honestly, you're up there. And I believe we have seen, as Udaya Garu has very rightly quoted earlier, when our generation was there, when we were kids, we had women reservation in educational institutions. Now you don't even have any significance for that, because you have women. Girl child is, I think the at par with the boys in terms of education and all that. So now, the other fields, we have to accept the leadership of women, whether it is in the corporate world, whether it is in the political world, whether it is in any other sector. I would say you have to accept the leadership. That has to come again from women. For example, when you have, ma'am rightly said, I don't want to sit in the chair there. I want to sit in the CEO's chair there. That's my chair, boss. That's my chair. So I'll grab it. You'll work to grab it. So once you show that confidence, people around you will support you, they'll guide you, they'll stand by you, and you get your chair. Because as a woman, the innate, I would say, the quality in us is, we actually make people shine. That's the beauty of a woman. That's something that's innate us. So when we are in the highest chair, we make sure that all the others around us are as bright as us, we sitting in the chair. That's what we make it happen like. So for me, gender parity, the crucial thing is, we believe in ourselves and we sit in the chair. That's for us, so that we make the life more brighter for all the others who are around us. And also, I keep telling in all my talks, Vasaviji, you educate a man, you educate a man. That's it. When you educate a girl, you educate the entire family. This is the saying. And I believe in it. That we have already shown ourselves. Now, the point is, we have to extend ourselves to all the other fields that we are still lacking in, whether it is the healthcare sector, whether it is the IT sector, whether it is the corporate world, whether it is the political world. Everywhere we have to extend our wings, be there all, and grab our chair, and we are up there. And definitely platforms like these make it more possible. See, it's not that we have succeeded in our life so high that we are here. It's just that we got that opportunity. We got all the chances for ourselves. Like for Udayaji, she had a very good, spouse who helped her all through her life, and they could have that strong bond out there. And for Rekha ji, her mother stood by herself, the entire family stood by her. For Neelima ji, she has a very good, strong strength in front, along with her in the form of a husband. For me, I have my entire family, my husband, my kids who stood by me. So definitely, when you stand for yourself, all the others come for you. So that's my message to everyone. And thank you so much for having us here, Vasaviji, because it means a lot.
Thank you so much for each one of you. My heart goes to you all, and the empowering words and the wisdom to address the gender parity and how to stay empowered. Don't wait for somebody like a prince come on the white horse and rescue you. You are your own white horse, and you are your own prince, like princess. So be there. I mean, it is difficult. It's a difficult path to travel. as a women in this world, anywhere, not in America, but around the world. That's a challenge. But we need to make sure we have that potential. Like, when we put Suez seed in the soil, the seed doesn't know it has a big tree hidden in there. That is your power. And you need to nourish that seed and the plant when it becomes a sibling, and then the plant, and then the tree. You have to nourish that with self confidence. We all will have self doubts once in a while. That's the human nature. And it's not the men suppressing the women suppress the women. As you said rightly, women needs to help other women, just like mother helps the child, and the sister helps the sister, and friend helps the friend. It needs to grow. Then you will be empowered. Also, gender equality will take place. And it has to be very painful process, because it has to be a thought process. It's not just talk on the platform or something. For me to reach here, there are so many people who helped me because I had that passion to do. I said, "Look, I will go, I will do this." So people came and who believed me. And this podcast only possible, Josna and Dr. Udaya and Rekha, you all are recipients of American Multi-Ethnic Coalition's top 20 most influenced women around the globe. So congratulations. And Nilima, I hope you will receive that soon. So that was only possible because of our visionary leader, Dr. Vijay Prabhakar. He saw this. One, as you said, if you educate a girl child, the whole family will be benefited. And when the whole family will be benefited, the entire nation is benefited. When nations are benefited, we have a global peace. See, this is a small step at a time. But we need leaders who can show that path, and they stay behind, but their energy is pushing us forward. And I would like to thank Dr. Vijay Prabhakar for putting this podcast together and give us an opportunity and empowering us and enlightening with your wisdom. And thank you so much for all the audience who are watching this today. And please share this message and share the empowering message from each and every empowering woman sitting on this panel. And hope to see you all in the next podcast, Dr. VGP show. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Dear viewers, elevate your business to new heights and reach 35 million potential customers with Global Eye Digital. Contact us today at globaleyedigital@gmail.com or info@globaleyedigital.com. Let's take your business global.